On Christmas Day, I held a pregnancy report in my hand, full of excitement, as I hurried to share the good news with my boyfriend, Stephen Jones. But what I didn't expect was to overhear his conversation with two of his friends. "Stephen, you're not seriously planning to marry Cherry, are you? The eldest daughter of the Cooper family has her eyes on you. If you marry Giselle, you'll have everything." "Exactly, Stephen, this is your one and only chance." I stared at Stephen nervously, waiting for his response. After some time, he spoke. "I will break up with Cherry." At that moment, my heart shattered into pieces. I couldn't remember how I made it back home. Sitting alone in my apartment, Stephen's words kept replaying in my mind like a broken record. Stephen and I were college classmates. In my first year at university, I developed feelings for him. Knowing his family was struggling financially, I pretended to be a poor student too, just to ease his insecurity. During our college years, though life was tough, we were genuinely happy. At that time, I truly believed I had found the person I'd spend the rest of my life with. Even after graduation, when my father urged me to return to the family business, I resolutely refused. I wanted to stay with Stephen and build a future together, but in the end, he betrayed me. It was only then that I realized how foolish I had been. I fell asleep on the couch, and when I woke up, Stephen had returned. The strong smell of alcohol and faint perfume lingered on him. I didn't have to ask to know he had been with Giselle. His eyes were conflicted as he looked at me, but all he said was, "I'm tired," before heading straight to the bedroom to rest. I sat in the living room in silence, watching his retreating figure. Then, I made an appointment for an abortion the following day and called my father. "Dad, I'm coming home," I said. My father was overjoyed. After all, he had been hoping for this moment for a long time. "Will you be bringing your boyfriend home with you this time?" he asked with a laugh. Hearing his question, I broke down in tears. I had sacrificed everything for Stephen, but the only thing that I got was his betrayal. My father was alarmed by my sobs, repeatedly asking what had happened and offering to come to me immediately, but I refused. I assured him I would handle everything before returning home. After hanging up, I packed my belongings and left a note for Stephen. The next day, I went through with the procedure. The sympathetic gazes from the nurses cut through me like knives, but I forced myself to stay composed. As I lay on the hospital bed afterward, my phone rang. It was Stephen. "Cherry, where did you go?" His voice was laced with anger. "What does your note mean? Are you breaking up with me?" I let out a soft laugh. "Stephen, isn't this what you wanted? You chose Giselle long ago, didn't you?" My words silenced him on the other end of the line. After a moment, he lowered his voice and asked, "How do you know about Giselle?" Hearing I didn't answer, Stephen anxiously said, "Cherry, it's not what you think." I chuckled coldly, then ended the call. I no longer had the energy to entangle myself with Stephen. I called my father again to confirm my return. This time, he came to pick me up personally. When he saw me, his eyes were filled with pain and concern. I could see the pain in my father's eyes as he brought me back home and urged me to rest. During this time, he took great care of me, and little by little, I began to move on from Stephen. But one day, while scrolling through my social media feed, I stumbled upon a post that stopped me in my tracks. It was a picture of Stephen and Giselle at their engagement party. In the photo, Giselle was heavily pregnant, holding onto Stephen's arm with a triumphant smile. I stared at her round belly and chuckled bitterly. So this was the truth: Stephen and Giselle had been together all along. She was already carrying his child. To keep me distracted, my father suggested I start working at the company. Since I was new, my workload was light. One day, my
Click the link in my profile to watch the exciting follow-up.